puede ser a mí?
Claro que te lo puedo hacer.
¿Me puede ser otro color?
Sí, un rosa. No, pero si la quieres sí te lo podemos hacer. Obviamente te voy a cobrar, ¿qué será?
¿Qué me puede ser?
Una trenza. Se te puede poner una trenza. Incluso te ayuda a alargar la barba.
¿O sí?
Sí,
Déjame ver, porque
lo pienso.
me voy el viernes.
Cobro $10.
Ok. Holy crap. That's a nice buggy right there. Okay, I was gonna try to get me some wings at the Tequila Barrel, but and oh my god, I can't believe Alex, what the fuck are you doing here, man?
What are you doing here?
I'm on vacation here.
Hey, I need some pictures. You can do our pictures. My wife.
Hello, how you doing?
That's a small world.
I know, I was like, well, I'll be damned. How weird. Whew. It was bright there. Well, one day out there at the beach in the water. That was okay. I got sunburned, so. You know I gotta have my big red. Alright, so I'm back from vacation. I have a lot of video to edit. I still have to show you guys when we went to San Antonio. And I promise you that I'm hoping this is gonna be the last video that I'm gonna make about Cancun. Now, I'm not trying to discourage you guys from going to Cancun or going to Mexico. I'm just going to let you know that to begin with, right off the bat, I don't know what it was about this trip that, I don't know, somebody told me in one of the comments that, you know, I probably stood out like a sore thumb, probably because of this, and I get that. I ran into a buddy of mine that I didn't know was going to be in Cancun either. I just ran into him, and you'll see that. What happened is, this happened Wednesday night. Him and his wife wanted to go to the club. I said, okay, sure, let's go. So we went to the club. I think it was about maybe 1 o'clock, or I don't know, maybe a little bit after that. So we left the club. Their hotel room was right down the street from the club. My hotel room was a couple of blocks down Fifth Avenue. I left the club. I was hungry. I went to Coco Bongo to go and get me some tacos. There was a place that was open, so I stopped there and I ate some tacos real quick, and I started walking. Now, here's the thing: is I should have known better. They say that you should not go to the beach at nighttime, and I really shouldn't have gone. But being that this part of Fifth Avenue, it wasn't one of those places where the beach is just completely dark, and I was only gonna be there for 5 minutes, quick in and out. Well, as I was walking back up, I saw two policemen. I guess, you know, they were coming the opposite way. One of them was in a motorcycle. The other one was he was on a four-wheeler. They turned back around, made a U-turn. I didn't think anything of it. I kept walking. They stopped me, got off, and first thing he told me, now you have to understand, all this was was told to me in Spanish. I talk Spanish enough to get by. So he first thing he told me was that they had a call or description of somebody, with tattoos and that I fit that description and that was running, you know, stuff like that. Right off the bat, you know, and I'm gonna say this right now is that when you're dealing with the police over there, always be aware that you're almost at their mercy. Don't do what I did. Not that I did anything bad, but I kind of I put up a little bit of a fight, but not too much of a fight. I The way I talk to them is, the first thing what he told me is that I fit that description of somebody running and everything else like that. So what I told him was, well, obviously, is I use some curse words in Spanish, but letting him know that it wasn't me. And he said, well, do you have any drugs on you? And I said, no, I don't have any drugs on me. And then he asked me if I was offered drugs. And I said, well, yeah. I mean, all down Fifth Avenue, you passing by. And it does happen. When you're passing by, there's people out there, they're asking you if you want some weed, you want some whatever, drugs. I just ignore him. I don't do drugs. He said, well, I'm gonna search you and this and that. And I had my bag on the side of me. So he started to open my bag. He took out my money and he saw my money. And he didn't count it. He just looked real briefly at it and he said, oh, you have money. And I said, well, of course I do. I mean, I'm in Cancun, I mean, I need money with me, right, so I can spend. Let me take a drink. It's a good big red. He got my money. During that time, he was standing here. The other officer was standing right here. So this officer or policeman, he grabbed my money, which was in a envelope that you get from the bank, and he started taking it around me this way. So when he did that, I grabbed my money and I told him, all this in Spanish, right? And I said, hey, where are you taking my money? Where are you going with my money? And so during that time, he took it off my hands, right? Out of my hand. And then this officer grabbed me this way and started trying to search me on this way. I guess so that this one can go around me this way. So I turned around to try and see what was going on about my money, because he had my money. When I saw him that he had the money, and I guess he did one of these numbers and took some money out, probably, and put it somewhere in his pocket, came right back around me, and he gave me my money back, the envelope. And so I grabbed it, and then I felt it, and even though I hadn't counted it, I knew there was a lot less than what I had in there. I told him, I said, hey man, I said, you took some of my fucking money. Again, don't do what I did. I had been drinking, and I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I was at their mercy. They could have easily locked me up. They could have probably planted drugs on me or something, and then it would have been more of a hassle for me trying to get out. So don't do what I did. I didn't fight them, but I did talk to them in a way that maybe I shouldn't have really talked to them, because I'm in their country, and you never know. I've heard some bad things about when you go to different places like that. You get locked up or something happens, and it's almost like they throw away the key, and then you're at their mercy. So don't do what I did. If that happens to you, just be calm about it, and the best thing I can tell you is don't carry all your money with you. It was telling me, no, we didn't take your money, count your money, how much money did you have? This went on for a minute or so, talking back and forth, and I wasn't getting anywhere with them. At that point, I kind of said, what am I doing? I'm not getting anywhere with them, and I really shouldn't be talking to these guys like this, because I'm at their mercy. I told the cop, I said, what? That's okay, I mean, maybe you need it more than me, and that's cool. Can I go in and go now? I found it kind of odd that they were asking me all these things, but yet they weren't really putting up a whole lot of shit with the way I was talking to them. I thought that, hey, if I kept on talking to them like that and I kept on and kept on, that I was gonna maybe eventually get locked up or something. They told me to put my money away and they told me to go ahead and go. I was fucking pissed. I was so pissed that I got back to the hotel room, and I think at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning I was trying to call my girlfriend, and I was trying to call Expedia, trying to see if I can book a flight so I can get the hell out of Mexico. Let me take this off. It's kind of hot. I was just pissed off, and I was just trying to get out of there, man. How much did they take? I think they took anywhere between $150 to maybe $150 to $200. Let this be a learning lesson for me, I guess. The next day, all I did was I chilled, and I talked to some of my friends that I have there in Cancun, and they all told me, that, hey, you have to watch out for the police out there. They will try to, especially if they see you late at night, they see you walking by yourself, you're like an easy target. So that's what happened to me. I was ready to come back. When I left the hotel room to come back to the airport, to come back to the States, I kept a low profile. I just wanted to get the hell out of Mexico. I just wanted to get on that plane. Once I was on the plane, I knew that I was safe and I was good. I didn't carry my big camera with me. I had my small point and shoot camera. I didn't record that much, I didn't make myself stand out. I just wanted to get on that plane and I wanted to get on home, and that was it. That's my story. I know what you guys are asking. Will I go back to Cancun? I probably will, but I probably won't go by myself this time, but not anytime soon. I'm going to end it here. If you guys are going to Mexico, Cancun, whatever, just be aware of things. Like, just be careful when you go out there. Don't trust anybody. Always be in the crowd, or don't be by yourself. See you guys later.